First of all, I think that it's still important, and not in a lot of industries it is still important. And in our industry, it is very important. While we mostly work online, at least my surroundings, my network, we are more focused on online, but we really miss this real life interaction with our clients, from partners and people from the industry, and we really need it. And that's why during the events like ICE or Sigma or SBC, the real business is somehow happening. I'm not saying that we are signing the contracts there, for sure not. It's not a job for 2-3 months. It's for the lawyers and to negotiate the contract terms. But the real trust usually built during the face-to-face meetings. And most of them, they happen during the events. So I think it is very important. And I hope, and my vision is that it will continue like this for many years. I've been doing different businesses before I entered iGaming. I entered iGaming, I think, about 11, 12 years ago. And I've been very deep in e-commerce that time. And a friend of mine, he was already in B2C in iGaming. And looking at his websites, I said, well, it cannot convert in the way that I think it should convert. And he said, okay, if you're so smart, just go and try. I said, okay, let's try. That's how I somehow tried to become a consultant for UI, UX and different parts of the businesses. And then I began deeper and deeper in the industry. And then I worked on different projects. And several years ago, we decided that there is no good sportsbook in the world and we should build it. And this is what we are doing right now. So this is my journey. The interesting part of that's one of the biggest e-commerce projects that I ran before iGaming. It was a bakery. So I came from the bakery business to the gambling business. When I started working with different companies in iGaming, me and my partners and my friends, we all realized that there is no good B2B sportsbook in the world. There are always some compromises. Too expensive, or too narrow coverage, or too specific market they are focused on. And you cannot, if you're not a professional in sport betting, you cannot go somewhere, buy the solution with a reasonable price and have something that works. It needs some operational input from the operator. If the operator is small, it is very hard to hire a good sportsbook professionals. It's expensive, hard, and all this. And we realized that on our own, that market needs it. And that's how we decided why not to build it. I think that if I would know what I know right now about sport betting like 7 years or 8 years ago, I would never enter into this, because it is the most complicated part of iGaming, as I believe. Technically, operationally, there's too many unpredictable things happening around, and too many dependencies on different providers, companies, and partners. And the collaboration while we still B2B, the collaboration between us and our clients is super, super tight and deep. It's not like slots, you integrate them and they work. If we do not work very close, at an operational level with our clients, the business will not be successful. And it is what makes it different and very complicated. So this is how we entered it. We understood that market needs it, and we delivered it. I think we should be focused on Magnus Carlsen here, because he is our now the main ambassador, and we should highlight him, because I think this is according to my opinion, we saw a lot of different ambassadors within the industry, from the UFC, from soccer, from basketball, from Formula One, from different companies. But when we started even thinking about to collaborate with Magnus Carlsen, we realized that we share exactly the same values. And because he is the grandmaster and the best in the world in the history of chess, while chess is very traditional sport with a very limited number of rules. In general, the rules are very simple, and they are not changing for thousands of years already. But it is still some, benchmark of not the intelligence but kind of the intelligence, even for people just who play chess. And at the same time, Magnus, while he's the best, proven best, not just randomly or luckily, he's just proven best for 10 years already. And at the same time, he's not a traditional chess player. If I can say, he's a little bit rebellic, but in a very, very good way. And everything that he's doing, that he's trying to make chess more popular, more open, more available, and more interesting to the audiences. And I know that he has several projects around chess, and all of them focused on that like make chess great again, something like this. And he's very successful in this. And I think it is very aligned with what we are doing in sports betting, because we are I can't say that we are a very young company already, but we are younger than all of our competitors. And at the same time, how we enter the market and what we show in the market, it is not like some revolution that, okay, now you have the Sportsbook like 4 times cheaper than before. But it is very, very solid evolution, which cannot be stopped. And we are showing this that, okay, guys, you are here for 15, 20 years already, and we respect you. What you're doing here, it is really very important for the industry, but now it's time to deliver something new, the new vision. And this is what we're doing. And this is what differentiates our product, how it looks compared to others, how we work with our clients, what kind of service we provide to them, what coverage we do, what flexibility, what technology we deliver. And it is everywhere. So again, BETBY and Magnus very aligned in the approach, while we are doing totally different things. And this is, I think, is fantastic match. We see that there are some regulated markets, unregulated markets, and the big changes are happening everywhere. We see what's happening in Latin America. And at the same time, a lot of companies, while they're working in one market, they want to enter another market, like it happened with Brazil right now. And at the same time, that doesn't mean that they want to add a new software or deliver something new on their side. They want their providers to be ready, certified and compliant, not only in legal part, but only on the part of how the audience, what kind of product audience replace. And I think this is the big gap. Not many B2B sports providers can offer this flexibility of choice to the operator. And when operators should align their strategy with their providers, it somehow limit them. And for sure, they don't like it. And that's obvious. And I think this is what is missing somehow. The second thing, and it's not about the product, but I think it's about the industry somehow. That, okay, I am here for 11 years, but I know that a lot of people are here for 20, 25 years already. But what I feel that the evolution of how non-iGaming society and people look at what we're doing, it is not going on the good direction. I can't say that iGaming become like more toxic or something like, but the reputation of the industry itself, like we are making money off nothing and we are trying to abuse the people's weaknesses. It is not like this. And I see people working here, and we see a lot of very good people. And I know that a lot of gaming companies are doing a lot of charity projects and a lot of good things. And not because they want to promote it, because they want to do something good. And this is, I think, what is really missing in iGaming, that we should start converting the image of the industry, that we are not doing something bad. We are strictly regulated by all the authorities. More than that, in many jurisdictions and in many cases, the industry can advise to the authorities how to make gambling more responsible, more safe. And because we are professionals here. And while the industry has enough money already, and it should not be very greedy, it should be more faced to the people. And this is what I think should be done in coming years. In general, I think that's good that the regulation is coming. I think that globally, it is bad that the regulations are so different. It is maybe good to protect the local businesses, but to deliver the good quality, it is not so good. So it would be better if it would be some unified standards for some regulations. It is just my dream. I think it will not happen in coming 5-10 years, but would be good. And we see that from time to time, the people who are creating the laws about the gambling activities, they're not so deep in the industry and they do not understand what is going on there. And if the taxation people, or how called tax advisors, will try to create the gambling laws, what we see in different emerging countries right now, it is not creating the real regulated market. It is creating the very, very good ground for unregulated business there. And they should motivate companies to go for regulations and to comply with regulations, to pay taxes. And it is not happening every time in emerging markets. We see what it is in UK, for example. I think it is the most mature regulated market in the world. And I can't say that EGGC is very easy to work with, but still everybody more or less understands what it is, this market, and what to expect, how it works. But in emerging markets, the companies, they apply for license, and then we see a lot of changes in the regulations, and maybe it doesn't make sense for them already to invest, or it opened the door for other companies who didn't comply before. Now, it is not very straightforward, but you understand why it is happening. I think it is proactive, but in a very strange way. So they're creating some rules by themselves, but only then they realize that the rules do not work with our industry. But it is very hard to change the law. But still, maybe it is natural for the law creation process. I'm not the politician, I don't know how it works.